you clicked on this video, chances are you want to break a bad habit you've probably even tried before but failed and felt guilty afterward. I've been there too, stuck in a cycle of trying and failing, but after learning about the science behind habits, I finally managed to break free, and in this video, I'll show you how you can do it too. So let's jump in. Chapter 1, the real cost. You probably already know the damage your habit is causing. Let's take endless scrolling on your phone as an example. The obvious downsides are a shorter attention span and wasting valuable time. But there's something just as harmful: the guilt you feel afterward. This feeling of guilt keeps you stuck. It makes you think you lack willpower or discipline, when in reality habits work in a very specific way. Understanding them is the key to breaking free. Chapter 2, the habit loop. Every habit follows the same 4-step cycle. Cue a trigger that reminds you of the habit. For example, picking up your phone when you're bored, or when you're breathing. Craving a desire to perform the habit. In this case, the urge to check notifications or watch videos creates the craving response. The action itself: you unlock your phone and start scrolling. Reward: the satisfaction or pleasure you get, like a dopamine boost from new content, which reinforces the habit. Once you understand this loop, you can disrupt it. Here's how. Chapter 3, breaking free. 1. Make the cue invisible. Bad habits start with a cue. So if you remove the cue, you remove the temptation. Let's say your habit is snacking on junk food while watching TV. The cue: you sit on the couch and your brain automatically says time for snacks. If there's no junk food around, you can't eat it. Keep unhealthy snacks out of sight or store them in a hard-to-reach cupboard. Even better, replace them with something healthier. If the only option is fruit, that's what you'll reach for to make it unattractive. Your brain follows habits because it expects a reward. If we make the habit feel less appealing, the craving weakens. If you drink soda every day, think about what it's actually doing to your body. Imagine all that sugar turning into energy you never use, just sitting there making future you regret. Past ed decisions. Instead of thinking I need something refreshing, think this drink is basically liquid candy and it's making me sluggish. When you frame the habit as something negative, it loses its appeal. 3. Make it difficult. Increase friction between you and the habit. If scrolling is your bad habit, set app limits. Log out of social media or use website blockers. The harder it is to access them, the less likely you are to use them. For make it unsatisfying, add consequences. Tell a friend about your goal so they hold you accountable. Another trick is to create a rule. Every time you catch yourself scrolling, you have to do 10 push-ups. This turns the habit into something unpleasant rather then rewarding Chapter 4, awareness. Another powerful way to stop a habit is by being aware of how it actually feels. In the moment, if you continuously recognize this, you will likely discover how unpleasant it truly is. For example, when I started paying attention to how it felt to scroll mindlessly from video to video, I realized how empty and unfulfilling it was. That awareness alone helped me stop Chapter 5, the habit. Switch. Once you stop the bad habit, something interesting happens. It doesn't just disappear, it transforms. You have two choices. Either it turns into another bad habit, or it becomes a good one. Quit social media, and you might find yourself binge watching TV instead, still stuck in passive entertainment. But if you replace that screen time with reading, you're not just killing time, you're improving yourself. When I stopped scrolling through my phone, I filled that gap with reading. At first it felt unnatural, and I kept wanting to check my phone. But after a few days, reading became my new habit, and I actually started looking forward to it. The same principle applies to any habit. If you don't consciously replace it with something beneficial, another bad habit might sneak in. So, after breaking the habit, be mindful of what takes its place. Ask yourself, am I replacing this with something positive or just another distraction? Breaking bad habits isn't about willpower, it's about understanding and redesigning your environment by making bad habits invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. You set yourself up for success. Start small, be patient, and remember, every habit you break frees up space for a better one.